This video has been a long time coming, and I know some of you are going to find a lot of relief in the words I'm going to say. You're going to feel the rightness of it. You're supposed to. A lot of you know me. You know if you know me. You have met me, guaranteed, in some way or another. And through the meeting of me, you have benefited in some way. I've made sure of it. That's what I do. I've been taken on one hell of a ride, one hell of a journey. And I guess the culmination of it was realizing that everything I've ever thought to be true about myself that other people have told me is not true was obviously true, right? And to see valid proof of that coming to you in your reality, when no one else can see the connections, just you. You're only the one meant to see them. You can't describe them in a way anyone else can understand. You're not supposed to. We have been programmed to think that we have to share every single aspect of our private selves and then feel shame for it. And I just don't understand that. Nor do I agree with it. Excuse me. The first thing that I want to help people with, and only a certain amount of people, and no, I'm not trying to separate or do the whole chosen thing. That, once again, is a limited belief to make some people feel left out and some people feel included. That's not what I'm doing here. You know if you know, you don't if you don't. If you've scoffed at anything I've said so far to this moment, you're in the don't. Sorry, not my fault. Nor do I care. Understand, when I say I do not care, I mean that with my entire energetic field. I do not care. The reason why is because it does not relate to me. And it's okay for me to not care. I know that people say it's selfish, blah, 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 blah. Look, thank goodness, because if I did what everyone wanted, I wouldn't be able to do the things I do today. And that's some pretty fantastic shit. I blow my own mind every single day. If you thought what I just said was conceit, bye. Bye. Your ego is still fully intact, whereas mine is not. Now, it's there. I love that bitch. We are humorous to each other. My ego is the one that, my ego is the version of me that's the first to be like, the fuck? No, we don't treat her that way, right? You have to see yourself as the only self. And once you do, once you don't need anyone else, okay? No one else. You've begun. You've begun the start. You've begun the start of your own journey. Anything that you're interested in, Harry Potter, and now I say these things knowing that it's going to trigger a relatability in many of you. I said Harry Potter first for a reason. For a reason, okay? For a reason. I love Harry Potter too, by the way. Anyhow, kids. Pure joy on earth, and the fastest way to get back into the vortex or alignment. Children are just a straight shot of love right off the top. Back to what I was... Let me just rewind. I got distracted. Do you see how I just did all that? See how I'm back going on to the proper path? That's what you have to do every single moment of every single day while this programming still exists. It's not hard. I use my hands to keep myself anchored, I guess you could say, or grounded, knowing that my body is basically my new car navigation system. You know how you're driving down the road and you go off just a bit, and the car, everything goes, okay, and little coffee cup pops up, says, take a break, bitch. No. That's what your bodies do. That's what your emotions are. It's your body and your survival on this plane of existence saying, hey, you know what? We don't like that feeling. So let's get back over. Let's give you a tiny nudge to let you know, alert, nudge, redirect, right? The problem is y'all plow through that shit. You think that the nudge, the alert and the nudge is your indication you should do that. That's not how that works. Your feelings are telling you through the connection with another's energy, I guess you could say, if that's a safe person. If you feel anything other than love, joy, happiness, calmness at the very base minimum, calm and safe, right? If you feel anything other than those sorts of feelings in the presence of any person, place, or thing, any person, place, or thing, that's your body's navigation system saying, hey, this is not where we're supposed to be. We are out of alignment. We are off the track. We're off the path. Your what's it called? I hate it in the car. I do. It takes all control of the vehicle away, in my opinion. That little button you push. Poo. Lost it to the ether. It'll come back. Suck that thought right back out. Anyhow, so you turn on your car driver, right? Your automated driving. You let the car decide where you're going to go, based on its boop, 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 boop. That's what y'all are doing right now. You got you got the auto drive. What's it called? The thing, so that you don't have to do anything, so you can just hold the wheel and like stare out the fucking window. What's it called? That drive. You know what I'm talking about. That's what y'all do. Okay. That's what y'all do. I realize that sounded judging. Fuck off. Okay. If you are the right person to be hearing what I'm saying, you'll understand that nothing I'm saying is judging. Nothing. And that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. Because I understood that those who are not for me can only be against, right? Logic. That's logic. Yin and yang and all that jizzazz. Your body, if no one's driving, if you're just letting the car navigate itself based on the bumper lines it can go to, if you're bowling with the guards up, then you're going to have a whatever wild, reckless experience that's going to happen, I guess. I guess you're just giving yourself over to the recklessness of the universe. Or you can turn it off, put your foot on the gas, right? And you can start driving your own shit, right? Your own ship, right? You want to drive? Okay, so look at your hands. Understand that this body is your vehicle, okay? Whether or not you like it, that's because of programs that people have put into your mind. If you're overweight, that is emotional baggage. Understand, the second you let go of whatever's upsetting you, the weight goes away too. It's literal here. Literal weight. As in obesity. You're literally carrying the weight of your emotions. You're adding to them, right? Every time you eat. It's called emotional eating. Everyone jokes about it. It's not funny, and I'm going to tell you why. Because every time you're feeding that sadness, you're feeding that narrative of what happened to you, or why someone doesn't love you, or why you feel so used and abused. And I know a lot of stay-at-home moms are knowing exactly what I'm talking about. Those are self-inflicted wounds that you cause every day by choosing to feel that way every single day. And I felt that way too once. Let me tell you. Okay, I'm getting off track. We're not reinforcing the same old narrative. You understand? Because that is what keeps it going. There's a child behind me. Ah! We're stopping that narrative because the constant repetition of what is upsetting you is why it's still upsetting you. Because what you tell the universe with your mouth that you want is what you're going to get. So if you think that, let's say you go to a job you hate every single day and someone's rude to you, or a boss is rude to you, or there's someone there trying to get you fired. Now, these are all things I've experienced, okay? They are all, every single thing. The people that are supposed to hear this, that I am here specifically to help, the things that I am saying to you will resonate. You will understand that I have experienced every single thing that I can help you with. So there is no judgment because I've already experienced it. There is no fear at all. because I've already done it. I've already mastered through it. That's why I can be here to help you now. And let me tell you, I have lost children. I have lost myself. There's a lot of things. I've been violently manhandled by men over 40 times. You know, it is what it is. You know what that taught me, though? That taught me that there is no man alive that can tell me what's best for me or tell me what to do, ever. There's no man that can talk or coerce me into doing something that he wants me to do. My Jedi powers are fucking legit, all right? Understand that. I have learned. I've learned so well that most women who want to be friends with me find that just being friends with me for a short time is enough to rocket them into space, because I have a kind of love and abundance and generosity of my own energy in my... I don't really know how to describe it in a way that would make sense. When people around me are getting what they desire, for instance, when they're becoming happier, when they're getting more of what they want and less of what they don't want, right? That, to me, is like crack. You know what I mean? That's crack. I get so hyped up on other people's successes, especially if I had a hand in them, and I know I had a hand in them. I know exactly which ones I had a hand in because I felt the universe working through me. And it's a wonderful feeling. And you guys have all felt it. Every single person that's watching this video that has ever gotten a message from me, or... Well, because there's some that I haven't like actually spoken to, but I have absolutely sent some healing shit your way. You know what I mean? Anyone who's ever, who I've ever felt I gained wisdom from, or knowledge, or a lesson, anything like that, please believe that my future self or past self has paid you in some way or another beyond your wildest dreams, because desire matches desire, right? By the law of assumption, you get what you give out. And if I feel like I have received something from you that is a benefit to my higher self, please understand that I am full force shoving everything I got towards your own abundance. And the reason why is because that not only, well, it's exciting to watch the person's life unfold in such a good way. Oh. Anyway, so I'm getting all wrapped up in it. Okay. But I send everything I got to what they want, right? To what makes them happiest. I send it right, shoot it out like a star. Some people that are closer to me that I can be a little more free with, about my my gifts, which you all have them. Every one of you can do what I do. Every one of you. Well, if you have M's, right? Beep, beep. My hands are very, very lined. That's because I've been here lots of times. But see that beautiful, beautiful center point? And now that becomes God's signature over time. The more lines, whatnot. Interesting to know. That means I'm capable in this body of channeling divine frequency, I guess. Jesus mode, avatar, so to speak. That means I'm capable of reaching Christos state, or have reached. Who knows? I like to think I have. At this point, it's only getting better. Now, I feel like every single thing that would make all of your lives so much easier can't be covered in a video where I can easily be distracted by every single thing around me. And that's normal, by the way. If you're autistic, if you're ADHD, if you have any of those labels that you've given yourself to kind of justify why you're different, understand, can we can we give a right? Because that's literally spraying shit. The most heinous bullshit I've ever heard. Masking. Do you know what masking is? Masking means that you're able to shift frequencies down to wherever you need to be in order to reach the soul that's stuck, right? So, for instance, you only show the version of yourself that that person needs to see at that moment, whether that's to be awkward, whatever the universe is using you for. That's called channeling. Masking is called channeling. You are channeling what that person or group of people or someone in the vicinity needs to see, hear, be, blah, 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 blah. Whatever your purpose is in that moment is what needs to happen in that moment. Divine timing is not to be messed with. I mean, it really isn't. You rush, you fuck up. You rush, you fuck up. You cannot force the universe. You can relate your desires, and your own resistance to it is what determines how fast it comes to you. There is a 17-second delay here, okay? Ooh, you can't wait 17 seconds? Right? You can wait 17 seconds. Everyone can wait 17 seconds. Or just whatever. Just don't. But let me see what else is coming through is most relevant. I know it seems like I'm talking in circles, but every single thing that's coming out of my mouth is something that someone needs to hear at some point in divine timing. Also, that's just how I talk. So keep up or don't, it's whatever. We're changing tracks often. That's how I do. It is. Every person that I've ever come into contact with, I have helped or benefited in some way. Now, some people I've worked harder for doing that because it benefits me directly. I like to call it the trickle-down effect. I don't charge. Most people, I've never even told anybody what I can actually do. You know what I mean? Like, I used to have the deepest fear of being tested on by the government until I found out the mystery around my birth, only to realize that I was born at a government facility. And it took 24 hours to have me. It was horrible pain from my mother. The worst. And the best part, the most craziest part that my mom didn't even think about, which I thought was just like, what, right? This didn't even occur to you, Mom? This wasn't weird? My mom was not allowed to stay at the hospital after I was born, right? She had to leave immediately. They gave her an ice pack for her Huhana, okay? Her literal portal. Here, have an ice pack, okay? Goddess for bringing it life, whatever. Don't let it take over you. Don't let it take over you. Okay, here's an ice pack. They sent her home, right? After having me. She did not stay the night at the hospital. Sent her home. And then my grandparents came and picked her up in a white van, picked her, my donor, my 4 siblings, right? 2 dogs, drove them all to Missouri that night, where my grandmother on my maternal side and one of my aunts on my maternal side stopped in for a random ass visit to see me before I was flown immediately to Germany and then Holland for 3 years. My dad got paid a whole lot of money. He went from being a secretary to a commander in chief in a military facility in Holland, right? Those things aren't coincidences. Those are strange, right? All of the incidences leading up to my birth, my natal chart, all of those things are just off the charts crazy, right? And the more I got into it, the more it was like, wait a second. And here I was so worried for the longest time because I had a chicken wing arm waddle. I can move wind. And I was concerned that I might fly away, probably. When you realize how truly fucking amazing you are, it's not even almost, it is impossible at that point to feel bad about anything, okay? Anything, right? How can you be upset about the way your, let's say, avatar looks when it can look however you want? The way it looks right now is how you chose it to look. That's your protection, right? That's your protection. I have no more insecurities. I have no more arm skin. Ooh. Hand warmer for littles. That's besides the point. I don't get rid of my double chin for that reason. It's very useful. Yep. Sure. Look, this is becoming a long video, and I know that there's going to be a whole lot more to come. And I know that I've probably said enough now to inspire some sort of interest amongst the collective that's meant to hear it. I'm not sure how it's going to be unfolding out. I just know that on a massive scale, I'm meant to be helping so many people, so many more people than I have been behind the scenes. And I'm ready to do that. Absolutely. If you're ready and you want to know the truth about life, right? The truth. I have spent my entire life discerning the truth from the fiction. And I can help. And I can tell you the fastest way to get where you want to be, the fastest course of action, in the most gentlest, loving way. I will not let you down, because letting you down means I don't get paid later by your future self, because I don't accept payment, right? That's barbaric, okay? The law of assumption tells me, and I've used this so much, what you put out, you get back in volumes. What you allow yourself to receive, you receive in volumes. Now, I've always played low, right? Because I didn't want everyone to know what I could do. So, you know, I mean, like, my beautiful red car was a huge turning point for me, because it's what exactly I wanted. Now, I jumped the gun and got a different car instead. Got a Ford Edge first. Realized everyone in town had a Ford Edge, and for some reason, that shit wrecked itself, right? Didn't get a scratch on me. I would never. I do not get injured, okay? I just don't. I could walk into California traffic, and every single possible version of the universe would move so that I don't get hit. Mommy. Understand? That's why I'm not scared to put out this video. That's why I'm not scared to sound crazy, because please understand, this protected my whole life. And yeah, there's been times when I haven't been down in those low vibrations. I have always clawed my way back up, always, because I've always known there was something inside me that was bigger than can fit in this suit. And I finally got to meet that version of myself. And she's here to stay, you know, and also here to help. So the fear's gone. I'm not concerned of any repeats of past experiences or events. I'm not afraid of Christian judgment. It's okay. Not gonna scare me. Nothing does, actually. Nothing. Right, baby?
Yeah.
Nothing. I'm looking forward to working with some folks. I'm gonna teach you how to view your body as what it is, your body and vehicle here. I'm going to teach you how to find yourself. I'm going to teach you how to follow your intuition, women. I'm going to teach you everything. I'm going to teach you everything I know. And I know a lot of you want that bad. And I'm going to give it to you in spades, because I love you.
Mommy.
Follow the nudge that makes you go, I think I'm going to do that today.